Hey, tell us about the ride that you've gone on since that time.
Well, yeah, of course, after that album was dropped, shortly after that, I received my first Grammy nod for Woman.
Okay.
You know, and then I received another Grammy nod the following year for a Customer, you know, for the same album, Love Behind the Melody.
Right.
And man, it's, you know, still work in progress. Did numerous tours. Had the opportunity to do a tour with Jill Scott and be the opener on that. That was great exposure for me. You know, doing 30 plus cities in all major cities and being able to perform, you know, 30 minutes to an hour or whatever. I can't remember how long I was on stage or whatever, but that was a great opportunity. As far as you know, touring with Heineken again, which I've had a great relationship with them over you know, the course of my career. I've always managed to get in a tour with them.
Okay.
And I had the opportunity to also headline my own tour for the first time, which I took out Cassette Michelle and Solange Knowles on that tour.
Right.
Did a Verizon tour as well.
Wow.
So as far as like touring, man, like this is probably the longest little hiatus or break that I've taken some time now. So I'm looking forward to getting back into rehearsals with my band and touring for this album and doing some, you know, doing a lot of the new material.
Now with all the touring and then the guest spots, you know, we heard you working with Game, and then I mean with Ghostface, and you did something with The Game, you did something with DJ Jazzy Jeff. How did you have time to put together 20 songs for this double album?
Well, I'm always working. Like I'm gonna find time to get my studio thing in, man. That's like, you know, it's my passion. Music is my passion, so it's no different than like, you know, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that he can get his practice in or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm blessed to be able to have a job and do something I enjoy doing thoroughly. You know what I mean? So I try to constantly work. I think now with my schedule getting more busy and that type of thing, I foresee it getting real hectic. It's like, you know, really have a game plan down. The beauty of it is that my band in particular that travels with me, a lot of those cats are my producers, or I've worked with them. Like, you know, one of the keyboardists, he produced Believe on my first album, you know what I mean? The guitarist and another keyboardist, they've been part of the first album, and they have one joint on this new album. So I had the opportunity to, you know what I mean, record and that type of thing, and I'm around creative cats. So that's bound to happen, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like I don't know what I enjoy doing more, performing the records or creating them.
It's an interesting, you know, diversity right there. It's this world and that world and putting them together. And then you're entering into another world with the business side and the new label. How's that aspect gone for you?
It's cool, man. Like one aspect, it gives me opportunity to put energy into somebody else other than myself. But it's definitely a weird time for music where, you know, once again, we trying to figure out a way to, you know, spark the interest and keep people creative and wanting to buy the music and want to actually buy it. But I think if you're making something of some substance and you know, you're working with artists that can ultimately sell itself and understand, you know, like I had to learn the best person to sell my product ultimately is me. Nobody can sell me like me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you definitely have to have somebody that's passionate about their work, you know, creatively, but also is passionate about it, you know, to get out in the street, and you know what I'm saying, we'll grind it out together. I'm like, yo, if you grind, I'll grind with you.
I hear you.
You know, so my first artist, Phil Ade, off the brand, he's doing well. He's making a great name for himself in a short period of time. You know, y'all can feel free. The listeners can feel free to, you know, Google him and search him. It's PHIL. Is his first name, and then last name ADE. And it's a hyphen over the E. His first project starting on JV. We put that out for free this summer, and it's doing very well, getting great reviews. We have a lot of videos and stuff being shot. Tabby Benet's done a couple of looks. You know, Cool Kids Films has done a couple of looks for us for his project. He has a project gearing to drop again this spring, and it's going to be called The Letterman. Yeah, so he's dope, man. He's a hip hop artist. You know, he's an MC, real MC.
Okay.
And then also a vocalist. He sings as well, so he's very versatile. There's a lot of room there for him to be creative and a lot of room for growth. So I'm really excited about him, man.
Definitely.
So between that. I've been starting to get some calls for the cameos and stuff of that nature. My most recent thing I think was the Ghostface Killer Project. I got two cuts on there. I had a joint on Game's last album. I'm on UGK's last album. I'm on the last two of their albums, and definitely working with all the talent from the area. Wale, Tabby, Benet. And a slew of other artists that are coming out, from this area.
We're gonna switch gears a little bit and touch upon Haiti. Of course, with you having the socially conscious album, what are your thoughts on that, and what are you working on to help in the efforts?
Man, it's a tragic loss of so many people. You know what I'm saying? And I know, they try to keep the counts down, but they rising. They're not gonna give us like the
true numbers.
Yeah, the true numbers. You know what I mean? But I got people over there that are actually volunteering as well as like military. So I'm really getting like the inside scoop, and it's like real tragic over there. My whole thing is just like with modern technology being what it is, like you can't tell me there's no way that somebody couldn't foresee that happening. You know what I'm saying? And to give them type
fair
of just at least a fair warning. You know what I mean? So so I think that's tragic and unfortunate. You know what I mean? As far as what we've been doing and what I've been doing, anything that's legit where I feel like they're gonna raise money and it's gonna actually get to Haiti.
Right.
Then I've been involved with it. To date, we did I was part of a concert, which was actually a hip hop concert that they did at the 930 Club, and which I did appear and I performed. I did 2 songs, also performed with my artist Phil,
Okay.
and and spoke to the people, and they raised 30,000. You know what I mean, for that. So that was a good look. And I'm getting some phone calls. There may be some opportunities with some networks out in Miami, BET in particular,
Okay.
that wants to do something. But it's just I just hope that all the money, it's like every other day somebody's coming up with a bright idea to do a Haiti party and a Haiti benefit and that type of thing. Well, let's make sure like the money and the resources actually get to the people. You know what I'm saying? That need it, because it's really like tragic. Like a friend of mine called me, like sent me an email. It's just in the last 24 hours, like I just got out here, and, like they're babies with no limbs, infants in boxes coming in. Like it's very graphic and very, tragic.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm gonna get.